Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So according to a new NPR PBS poll, independent voters overwhelmingly do not want Donald Trump to run for office again. And remember, they helped to put him over the edge in 2016. So here's the deal. Here's what they found. 67% of poll respondents said, no, thanks. Only 28% said, yeah, I like presidents who steal highly classified nuclear documents. So let's do that again. That was fun. So again, those were the independent voter numbers. And get this, the numbers barely changed when asked if they'd want him to run again if he's charged with a crime. 65% said no. So the independent voters who want Trump in office again don't give a damn. They don't care if he's charged with a crime. It will not change their opinion of him whatsoever. And the overall numbers weren't much different when asked about 2024. Of all of those polled, so Republicans, Democrats, Independents, 61% said no, don't want him to run again. 33% said yes, and then 5% were unsure. When broken down by party, even 26% of Republicans said that the party should move on to another candidate. Surprisingly, 9% of Democrats said that Trump should run again. Now, they could be like me. They didn't specify, why. They didn't ask them any follow-up questions, but it could be like me. They could believe that, yeah, if Trump runs again in 2024, Democrats are definitely going to win. So I absolutely want him to run. And of those polled, white and non-white respondents are pretty equal in their feelings on the matter. 60% of white people said no, 65% of non-white people said no about wanting Trump to run again. What's clear, though, is that the majority of white evangelicals are just as hypocritical as they were in 2016 and 2020. A majority, 52%, want Trump to run again. Only 39% said no. The guy who's cheated on every one of his 3 wives, the guy who doesn't pay his bills, the guy who cheats everyone who has ever done business with him, the guy who lies every time he opens his mouth. Yeah, that's their guy. But what's clear, though, through this poll, in what seems to be really the death knell for Trump, is that he's losing small town suburban women. 69% said Trump should not run again. Only 28% said yes. And here's what a couple of the male respondents had to say when they were interviewed. 68-year-old Mike Helms of North Carolina said, quote, I think we need someone who can start uniting the country. I don't think him or Biden can unite this country. Helms, by the way, voted for Trump in 2020. 54-year-old Greg Cox of Missouri also voted for Trump in 2020. He told pollsters, quote, I definitely don't want him to run because he will split the Republican Party and give the vote to the Democrats. And Cox also said that he would, quote, absolutely not vote for Trump again, but he also wouldn't vote for Biden. Instead, he said, quote, maybe I'd vote Libertarian. The pollsters also asked about the FBI raid, and 44% of all of those polled said they believe that what Trump did was illegal. Okay, so, a good amount of them. 17% said it was unethical but not illegal. And an astounding 30% said he did nothing wrong. 63% of those, by the way, were Republicans. So here's what I believe the media and Democrats are doing all wrong, as usual. They're not explaining to the American people how Trump's theft of these documents relate to their everyday life. In marketing, you're always supposed to ask the question, so what? When you place an ad, when you make a statement, whatever your message is, if you can't answer that question for the reader or the viewer, and you can't make it relatable to their life, to what they want or what they need, then they're not going to give a damn. And as much as we should all care about the lives of informants and sources in other countries or our own spies, many Americans just don't think about it. That's just a sad reality when people are busy trying to put food on the table and keep gasoline in the tank so that they can get to work and so they can get their kids to school. I've been there. You don't have the bandwidth or the time for anything else. So they have to do a better job of drawing a very distinct line from Trump's potential crimes to the potential for, let's say, a terrorist attack on our country, maybe in your hometown, or how a foreign government could use our secrets to blackmail officials and make them take actions that harm you, that harm the people you love, right? Or for all the people with children in the military, how your son, your daughter, or you yourself could end up on the front lines in a hot war zone as a direct result of Trump's actions. So they need to do a better job of that, paint the picture, explain how it should matter to individual Americans. Anyway, guys, when I hear more, I will let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.